From Daikin Park in Houston, an AL West matchup on the show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Houston Astros. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go and towing the slab, Hayden Wisniewski.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Ready to go? So in now for the Angels, Taylor Ward. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And this one is off and running.
That's out.
Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. Got him looking. 1 out in the top of the first.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
So digging in, Luis Rengifo. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 out, space is empty. Swings through that one. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity's been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people. See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you get hurt.
Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side in the first. Angels go down 1-2-3. Now here come the Astros. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Houston, our starting pitcher in this one, Jack Kachanowicz.
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
So now the Astros designated hitter, Jose Altuve. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That one ripped, but foul. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So up next, Isaac Paredes. And a strike on the outside edge. Altuve stands at second with no outs. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Ripped on a line. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now it's Christian Walker. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. He makes the grab, and there's one down. Now we check out the Astros lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Jeremy Pena at the plate now as he chases after that one.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
2 on, 1 out. And that drops in for a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. On the corner for a strike.
0-1.
Here comes the 0-1. That's towards center. Adele moves under it. And that'll do it. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here at Dyken Park, now it's the veteran outfielder, Jorge Soler. Soler batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in Cuba.
Come on, Hayden.
Wisniewski back to work.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
0-1 now. Pulls that one foul. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Away, away, away. Clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
And next for L.A., Logan O'Hoppe. A little bit low. Two balls, no strikes the count. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Oh, nice play. Throw to the pitcher. Pretty nice play there.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
So 2 down now, and here is Nolan Shanuel. That clips the corner.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And that's a great play for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Just missed. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this. Cam Smith up next for the Astros. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Myers gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Runner takes off. Pitches low. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
In the dirt. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first. 2 out.
Now batting the designated hitter, Jose Altuve.
So the batting order turns over. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Doubled leading off the ball game. Then came around to score the first run of the game. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs with a runner at third. Fouled off left side. Anderson to first. Misplay doesn't cost them. Inning over. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Astros 1 and the Angels nothing. Top half of the third inning. Now it's the second baseman, Kyren Paris.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Let's go, Hayden.
And the pitch. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Myers hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Here's Joe Adell.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch misses. Swings through that.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. Gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop, gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Here's Tim Anderson. First pitch, and he just misses. There's a strike. Anderson swings through that.
No, that's that slurp right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
The shortstop takes the ball. In the air, out towards left center. Myers pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. That's out to center field. Adell moves under it. Makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, left fielder,
Here's Yordan Alvarez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Man at first with one gone. And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming around third is Alvarez. The relay. He'll score. It's 2-0.
Everything came together for him. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
One out. Runner at second. And stepping in is the speedy Jeremy Pena. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Walker, the runner at second with one away. And that one wrapped foul. Oh, 2 now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Man at second. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Diaz.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. And a curve is down and in.
That's outside.
And another ball. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of the third. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
First and second, 2 outs. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jake Myers. Reached on an infield single his first time. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
And that's in for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And that's off the inside edge. Now 1 and 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And now 2 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Right side. Soler in position. And that ends the inning. Astros pick up a run on the RBI double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here in Houston, out of the 4th. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Taylor Ward. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That's one way to quiet the crowd. His 4th home run of the season, and they're on the board. It's 2-1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make it impact. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Luis Rengifo now at the plate. This one in the air center field. Myers sizes this one up, puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Here's Mike Trout. Went down on strikes his first time through. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Fought off foul.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential. heart of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Missed with a changeup. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 out, bases empty. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Yeah, there's the strike. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Top half of inning number 4. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But the Angels draw a bit closer thanks to this solo homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And the batter now, Cam Smith.
Right fielder, number 11.
That one in the dirt, and that's ball 1. That's inside.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Got him swinging. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Grounded out his first time. Just missed. Not even close there. And a count 2-1. Bases empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
The kick, the 3-2. To the right side, Paris. Handles, throws to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. First pitch, just misses.
1-0.
That one missed. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Out to short. Anderson throws across the diamond, and they get Altuve for the out. And the Astros put down in order. Offense held in check there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Astros 2 and the Angels 1. Back here in Houston, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Logan O'Hoppe. Wisniewski back to work. And there's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Just trying to protect, keep the at-bat alive.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Next for the Angels, first baseman Nolan Schanuel.
And next for the Angels, Nolan Schanuel. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
The Astros up by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings and misses and one down below the zone. Diaz collects, fires to first, out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Kyren Paris, the next to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a ball popped up. Pena. And that is that. Angels held in check. They're down 2-1. Back here at Dyken Park, and here is Isaac Paredes. Paredes, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Air Jordan steps in to take his hacks. He's 2 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 2.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
That clips the corner. Now a high fly ball out to left center. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, first
2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. Pitch is in there. That's strike one.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
No ball,
Well,
two
you got to
strikes.
find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 5 innings complete. It's the Astros 2 and the Angels 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6. So in now for the Angels, Joe Adell. Ball 1, no strikes. Hit on the ground to short. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and he's on at first.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
There's Tim Anderson now, trying to move him over here. Tosses to first, and they take care of Anderson for the out.
Really nice technique right there to get that sac bunt down. Advances that runner up another base. That was his job. He got it done.
Taylor Ward digs in now. He's already homered here in this one.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Safe. It's 2-2.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Go ahead run on base. Now at the plate, Luis Rengifo. 0 for 2 in this one. And that misses. And that is ball 1. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. That one's in there, and it's 1-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Here goes the runner. And fouled off.
That's ball 2.
In the dirt. And the runner holds. Ward over at first with 1 away. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Back-to-back singles. Just one of those seen high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That misses. 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
And that drops in for a strike. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Brian Abreu getting ready to go. Valdez, the power lefty, up as well. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one is back. drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. And now the right fielder, Jorge Soler. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is outside. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. That's to third. Makes a sliding stop. Fires to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the 6th. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Out in front and foul to the left side.
Well, these Astros finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Hit in the air left field. Adele moves under it. Squeezes it. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, Diamond.
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. He's 0 for 1. That's outside. And it's 1-0. Out to short. Fires across the diamond. 2 away.
Up next for the Astros, center fielder.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jake Myers. 1 for 2. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Breaking ball inside. Yeah, that's ball 2. Next offering is foul back. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Jack Kachanowicz done for the night, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, number 61. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Man at first, Cam Smith up next for the Astros. That's in there. It's 0-1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Over to first, and he's saved. top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Not close with that one, and it's 1-2. And there's a ball. Myers, the runner at first with 2 gone. That one outside, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And a 3-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. One left for Houston, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brian Abreu. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Logan O'Hoppe getting ready to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Off the plate, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. Hits the top of the zone at 98 for a strike.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
High fly ball out into left center field. Alvarez hauls it in, and there's one away.
Next for the Angels.
So digging in, Nolan Shanuel. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He's got it, and that quickly 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Harris in the box again, takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. They say you win.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Angels are gone in order. Score remains 2-2. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Mauricio Dubon. Right side, Paris. The throw to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
The designated hitter, Jose Altuve.
Next to hit, Jose Altuve. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Shanawell takes it to the bag, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
So up next, Isaac Paredes.
Here we go, Astros. Here we go.
On the inside corner for a strike. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go quietly there. We look ahead to inning number 8. We are tied 2-2. Back here in Houston, we go to the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Joe Adell. Abreu back to work. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Josh Hader, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Valdez getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
And now it's Tim Anderson. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And he chases that one below the zone.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip the cap.
Now a chance for Taylor Ward. He's already homered in this game. Missing inside, ball 1. Check swing, called strike. Slider clips the corner. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. On the ground, into the outfield, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Go-ahead run on base. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. 1 for 3. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Up and in, and it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The 2-1 is high.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Mike Trout, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. That's in there. And the count is filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Lined into right. And that's the third out. Angels leave one. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Zefferjohn. And stepping in for the Astros, Yordan Alvarez. Outside, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now one missed.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Here's a 2-2. Hard ground ball for a base stop. The leadoff single and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in as the pinch runner, Chas McCormick. No outs. Runner at first. Christian Walker now at the plate. Turned on, but foul wide of third. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Pickoff throw. McCormick dives back in safely. Late swing, fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him swinging for the K. In there, he's safe. And now a man into scoring position. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Right down to shoot, 0-1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Man at second. He's trying for third. Pitching for a strike. And the throw out at third.
Well, he had a really good jump off the pitcher from second, but it didn't matter right there. Just not enough speed to outrun a good throw to third base.
The shortstop takes the ball.
This hitter's been seeing good velocity in the at-bat. It's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
Swings and chases a low one there. On to first. That completes the strikeout inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Through 8 full, we are tied 2-2. Now into the ball game on defense, Chas McCormick. He'll be out in left field.
Number 20.
So they turn to their closer, Josh Hader. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Number 71. Josh Hader.
And now batting, Mike Trout. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging, too. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Now it's the right fielder, Jorge Soler. 0 for 3 in this one. Little chopper rolls foul. Right through there for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Got him swinging. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beans.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Now the catcher up to hit, Logan O'Hoppe. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. And that's off the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Just missed. Swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Two outs. Back to right. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. We are tied 2-2. And we're back. And now, Yainer Diaz.
Leading off for the Astros, catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And he takes one right on the black. 0-1. Action in the Angels bullpen. Kenley Jansen appears to be getting loose. Detmers, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
Next pitch is outside. And that one missing low. Off the mark there. And now it's 3-2. Jake Myers in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one the other way. In plenty of time to first. One out, bottom of the ninth.
Now batting, center fielder, Jake Myers.
So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths. Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Cam Smith in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
And he's a guy that will certainly think about stealing a bag or two. Not the kind of speed you want to put on base in a tie game.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. And next to hit for Houston, Cam Smith. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Zephyr-John with a move to first. Misses off the plate. 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Inside, just missed.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Down the middle for a strike. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Dubon in the box now, takes strike 1.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
Checks over to first, back safely. Trying to send this to extra innings. Center field, Adele moves under it. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. Back here at Dyken Park, and here's the first baseman, Nolan Shonwell.
First baseman, Nolan Shonwell.
And that one a little below the knees, and it's 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. And a count 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Ball one there.
Ball one, no strikes.
Man at second. Swinging a foul out of play.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The 1-2. Fastball is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Hit on the ground to the right side. Dives and keeps it on the infield. Runs, scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
And now the center fielder, Joe Adell. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings.
Wastes no time there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
2 outs, runner on first. And next for LA, Tim Anderson. First offering, and it just misses. Snap throw to first. Adell back in on a dive. Adell leads off first with 2 down to the inning. This to third. Oh, and it hits the base. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, left fielder.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. That one at the knees for a strike. First and second, 2 down. Sliced hard but foul. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Angels 3 and the Astros 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Kenley Jansen.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Now into the game, Nicky Lopez. He'll play second.
Now playing second base.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's the DH, Jose Altuve. A little bit low, and that is ball one.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
So the tying run at second.
Ball. That's inside.
And that one fouled off. Jansen fires. Hard hit, but right at him and left.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Stepping in, Isaac Paredes. Ripped, but it curls foul. And ball one. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, great stop. On the money. Nice play.
Now batting left fielder.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
So they're down to their final out. Now here is Chas McCormick. Splits the plate, strike one. Next offering misses down and away. Check swing, and he went. That is strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The tying run is 90 feet away. Way outside, and it's 2-2. The Astros down to their final strike. Sends it to center, and this should be it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Angels hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.